quickly has Lou been picking up the defense?
Pardon?
How quickly has Lewis Seen been picking up the defense?
It's really early, and you're right. All our focus is on learning, and in the first 2 weeks, he's done really well.
We've heard from scouts in the building, at least the front office, about how those Lewis, Andrew Booth, the guys you brought in through the draft, really kind of had I think they use the word dog attitude, just kind of mentality about them, downhill, not afraid to get work kind of inside. Why was that a priority for what you want to do on defense?
First of all, our draft team, they knew that we had lost some people over the last 2 years in our secondary, and we needed to beef that up and dress it up a little bit, so that they went out and got that done. But we want tough, hard, smart football players, and they all fit that bill.
Speaking of the value on your defense, what is the value of having middle linebackers who can move and run and chase down ball carriers?
Yeah, that's a fair question. In today's ball right now, there's so much space, and everybody's linebackers got to be able to run. And to have these guys that can run, Eric, it really helps. And we drafted Brian. He has really good speed, so it's really, really good to have them for our defense.
Are there certain positions that are instrumental in your defense as being run stoppers or aiding in the run stopping process?
I think it's all 11 when you come down to stopping the run. Everybody's got to play. Corner's got to tackle. That has to happen. In the new age of the replacement runs and the cracking, they make all 11 plays. So that's a team thing to stop the run.
Coach, how's Cam Dantzler looking so far in the secondary? I know you watched the film, but does he look different than, looks like he's maybe a little bit heavier or whatever than before? How do you kind of look at
I really can't compare him to the past, but I can say, our guys are really focused and engaged, and that's all the guys. And this is the learning time. And we do a little bit of 7-on-7 where we pick up the speed, but until the pads come on in the summer, we don't make quick judgments.
Anything you can say about him in particular, about,
We just like
that
what he
gives you
sees.
some
The things
additional
you know
experience?
about him, his size, and he plays the game well. He's more experienced, so all good.
And how much has this game changed too? Because you've been doing this for a long time now.
Yeah.
Just as far as changing things, morphing them 4-3 to 3-4 to positionless football at times. How much have you seen this change?
Yeah, the game's changed a lot. Been in the league 30 years, and your job on defense is to adapt, and we're still doing that. And with the quarterback runs and the shotgun and the zone read, that's made us adjust, and it's ongoing in this league.
You talked a little bit about the importance of getting linebackers that can move in space. Does that also inform the decision to put maybe another safety on the field at times? Is that part of that because of the importance of space in the game?
Yeah, absolutely. There's times when you got to match teams with speed, and one of the great things is the offense we get to see every day. Our offense has cutting edge schemes and formations, and that helps us get better. And what Kevin and Wes have put together, it can only help us get better.
Do you always know what's coming in practice, or do you guys arrange for some times to surprise each other?
Yeah, very good. Right now we really don't know, and we script it, and it's real fair, and it's just about getting 11 on each side better, and it's a real great working relationship between the coaches right now. I can't say enough about this staff all the way through, special teams with Hat and Wes. And our defensive staff, these are guys that I've only worked with one guy, Roy Anderson, that come together. It's a very talented staff and a cohesive staff.
Along those lines, in other situations where you've been on a new staff,
Yep.
How long does it usually take where you guys know each other well or speaking the same language?
Yeah, really as a staff and as players, we've been deliberate about connecting. We've done exercises to be deliberate about connecting our team and connecting our coaches with our players. So we're further along than we've ever been because it's been a major focus.
It's Devin Tomlinson's role from what he would do last year in the 4-3 to now what you want him to do?
They were dabbling with some odd stuff, but he's is an inherently tough inside player. So he's going to be, an advantage for any scheme, but he fits well.
How much do you expect from your inside players in terms of pass rush?
As much as they can give us. All hands that are dealt to you are different. Our thing starts with edge players, and we got a nice stable of rushers, and then we go to the inside guys, and they come in all sizes and shapes. Some have a little more strength for the run, some are a blend of rush, and we'll fit something together.
Is it tough to know how the pass rush is going to look, though, until you can really hit people?
It's kind of fun is what it is. No, you never know. And every time you put a defense together, it's different. And that's what's great about it. Where do you find a linebacker as experienced as Kendricks and his movement and his balance and he's got a natural feel for time, distance, and space. Where do you find that? Where do you find Harrison, with Harrison Smith, that experience, just lots. Daniil, just all kinds of pieces, and the fun thing about it, it's different every time, and your staff's different. So what's coming is what's exciting.
How much did you call plays in your most recent stops, and what's that like stepping back into this role?
Yeah, I don't know. We were together so long with Vic. He called most all the plays, but it was just a fun experience with him, and I've done it years, so you just pick up like riding a bicycle.
Just kind of curious, after your years with him, what has it been like to watch kind of what he did take off throughout the rest of the league and see so many teams running a lot of those concepts?
Yeah, it's really a compliment. Vic and I came together 12 years ago, and we melded our systems. My part was more the coverage part, and he brought the front stuff, and it kind of evolved. But to see the Brandon Staley's go out, and Joe Barry's part of that, and just parts of it. Who else has gone out? But it is a trend that you're seeing out there. But it's a compliment to the teaching that we've done and the success of the players that have played for us.
When it comes to identifying like elements that could get you some interior pass rush, are there players that you think could fit that role really well? Whether that's an Armin Watts or Jalen Twyman or something along those lines?
Yeah, those are the type of guys, and they're totally different. And we just want to watch them play and put on the pads. And again, I can't say, we're just looking forward to these OTAs, how they finish up. That's the mental part. And then especially for the big guys, when you put the pads on, then we see a little more. We have some practices versus the 49ers. We'll see a lot of those guys, and then the preseason games. So really the evaluation starts when the pads come on. Right now it's education and building a cohesiveness with your units.
With Armin Watts specifically, what excites you about his game?
I think it's a little bit of everything. He's a big man that moves well. We want to make him a little more stout versus the run, but we want to take advantage of his pass rush.
Time for two more.
What can you see in these practices before the pads are on, just maybe in terms of how quickly they can pick up the mental side of it and then translate it even though it's not full speed?
The most impressive thing has been this locker room and these players and the nucleus that we stepped into. These guys are so open, so focused, so willing, and that you can get anywhere when you have willing players that are good NFL talents. So that's the most important thing. So we can get a lot of work done, and we'll be ready because these players are so in tune and focused.
Last one.
Out of questions. Hey, thanks, guys. Have a good day.
Have a good one.